YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage back. I apologize that the sound on the last episode was a little bit low. I'm sure some of you commented about it. As far as my voice versus the game sound, I am still adjusting the settings on the new headset, so bear with me. I'm going to be kind of fine-tuning it as I will record an episode, kind of see what I think about the sound, and then change it a little, so we will kind of push through these here. You won't miss any of the action, though I do apologize if the sound's a bit off balance. It's just kind of one of those learning processes I have to go through as we work on those. So let's get some deployment rolling here. Dry conditions ought to be just fine. And I'm going to have reinforcements, a considerable number of them, in fact a whole nother army. So it probably wouldn't hurt to basically just attack from two different directions. So I'm going to line up my infantry here. And get on my archers. And I've got a lot of javelin men here in this army. Could be potentially useful. The Thracian peltists especially could be useful. They are definitely one of my favorite skirmish units in the game. Very nice hybrid skirmisher. Okay, I've got these guys coming on the field here. Very pretty view there, actually. Very sweet view.
Our reinforcements have arrived.
Shut up, you're ruining the view. Sweet. Check out the Greek reinforcements flooding in. Awesome. And of course they're going to be marching down towards Argos, as you can see in the background. Oh man, whoops. Love the views. Let's go ahead and bring these guys up. I do have Hippeus in this army, which is a stronger cav. It looks like the Spartans are fielding some mercenary Ionian Hippeus. And it looks like their fleet intends to land out here. They got some Spartan Marines and Archer Marines. We'll kind of keep an eye on them and see what they decide to do. So I'm going to move in with my own Hippeus and come in this way. So Hippeus, not wildly better than the light cav, but they are better. More armor. A lot more armor, actually, so that will help them not die instantly in combat like mine have been even in rear charges. Though that I don't know that it'll make them particularly strong or anything either. So with these two Archer Marines and the Spartan Marines coming ashore, we're going to want to deal with them. I'm going to dispatch a couple of hoplite units here. And then of course I'll dispatch my light cav. And let's use my, well nope, let's save my Thracian peltist. Okay, I'm going to let these other troops just continue running down the hill and get down here to the city. Need to keep our distance, make sure that the Archer Marines don't try and fire from their ships. So I'm going to wait for the Archer Marines to disembark so that I can slay them. And they have done so now. And we're going to charge these Spartan Marines. Pound for pound, the Spartan Marines are very nice units. But I think we can cause them to rout rather quickly in this fight. Okay, so the Archer Marines just got hit. And I can now bring in rear charges on the Spartan Marines. I might actually let my light cav just kind of sit behind them and throw their javelins first, because I think that'll do more damage than actually charging. Because they do have fire at will on their javelins. I don't know if they'll just throw it from a standstill. Yep, they will. That's what I'm going to do, because again, I think it'll cause more damage than an actual rear charge. Do the same thing with these light cav. My hoplites are actually taking a bit of a beating from these Spartan Marines. Apparently very high quality units. Pull up these extra reinforcements as well. Okay, so my light cav is still busy dumping its javelins. It's paying dividends at this point. These guys are really being beaten down badly. Let's go ahead and do a rear charge. See if we can cause some extra damage from the very mediocre charge of the light cav. It's going to be sad that that's not enough to break 22 Spartan Marines. I am just leaving my cav engaged with these guys. It does seem to be doing the trick. This fight has gotten turned a little. No, those guys are still right there in the center. Let's run another charge real quick. Man, these Spartan Marines are just really digging their heels in here. There's more of these guys left over here too. Spartan Marines putting up a heck of a fight. Getting 15 kills, 17 kills actually. It's pretty impressive. They are dying though, as are these. So they're going to lose their will to fight pretty quickly just due to sheer weight of numbers here. But again, an admirable effort on their part. Let's just pour everything we got into these remaining Spartan Marines. Oh, we got some Spartan Cav out here looking at us. I have not been paying close attention. It looks like the enemy is moving against me in this vicinity, which means my Hippeus could go ahead and scoot in behind them. And then as far as my infantry over here, okay. Let's go ahead and pull my infantry towards the town square. Got a couple of militia hoplites. Looks like the Spartans may be moving to open ground versus me. Kinda sounds like Spartan in this case. Okay, got these archers. Okay, good. I've kinda got these guys grouped up now how I want them, so let's see what we can do now. Let's take these light cav.
Our general is under attack. Quickly now.
Okay, there is a mercenary Ionian Hippeus inbound on my men here, but I feel like my hoplites can handle that threat. This is bad back over here. Let's use our javelins to see if we can deal some death to these light cav that just charged my javelin men. And let's pull my light cav away over here. Archers, let's make the Spartans pay for marching into open combat against me. I'm going to open fire on their javelin men here, which are firing on my hoplites. The Spartan light cav was quickly dealt with by my own javelin men. Not surprising, light cav is pretty crappy. Okay, that Ionian Hippeus is going to get trapped again. And let's bring my own Hippeus up from behind.
The battle is turning in our favor.
Indeed it is. Okay, I'm going to put my hoplites into phalanx there. Get back. Okay, there's still a lot of Spartan skirmishers, and they are firing away. Yeah, let's take my javelin men out to the flanks, see if we can do some damage. The Spartan cavalry has been, well, should have been dealt with, but somehow their Hippeus survived all that time versus my men. So I'm going to catch them again. Okay, I'm going to go after these Helot javelin men real quick. Okay, my own Hippeus is behind the Spartans, and the Spartans are now moving their infantry in a different direction, leaving all their skirmishers exposed. Let's take these guys back here just real quick. And these archers, for some reason, are getting weird move orders. Put them there. Take them off skirmish. One of my Hippeus got caught. And of course, don't want that to happen. Let's give these archers a cease order. And I'm going to use my Hippeus to mop up all these Spartan skirmishers. My own Hippeus taking a lot of losses to that Royal Spartan. Not very surprising. Spartans almost just kind of don't know what to do at the moment, is what it looks like. I'm going to group these guys so it's a little easier for me to get to them. And I'll just use the militia hoplites to keep the Spartans off my flanks. And my Hippeus is going to cause a boatload of damage to all these Spartan skirmishers. It is definitely well armored enough to get the job done. And we should be able to stay in front of that Royal Spartan. And where's my Thracian Peltist? He would be a great target for them. Okay, so this infantry line, I'm just going to go into hoplite wall and hold. Start firing on some of these Spartan units. Alright, so my Hippeus has pretty much just dealt with all the Spartan Skirmishers, these ones are holding out though, those helot javelinmen. Not sure how they're holding out, but they're holding out. Okay, these archers over here are definitely starting to make their presence on the battlefield known. Get my Hippeus away from the incoming spearmen.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Come on. So we're pulling off some enemy spears towards all our cav, which is to be expected. The AI is going to try and blob its spears into our cav. So I'm going to use these archers to good effect here and kill some of these Spartan youths. Leave these javelinmen here and skirmish, fire at will. Same thing over here. Just let the Thracian Peltasts do their thing. My picked hoplite general is working on those Spartan hoplites, and we can support with some of these units here. And let's get these archers and just everybody kind of open fire on this Royal Spartan general. Again, the AI is just going YOLO on my cav here. I'm going to start going for the next hoplite unit that's chasing me. Just shoot them to death. These Periokoi hoplites won't be able to hold out. Let's take these units here that are just sitting at hoplite wall and outflank the Spartans. Okay, so the Royal Spartan General now engaging some militia hoplites.
One of our units has used all its
And
ammunition.
I'm going to let my Thracians unload their elite javelins into the back of them. And then we're going to charge them. And of course they're going to just keep chasing my Hippeus, but I'll just keep pulling away from them, and their damage should be minimal. These these Periokoi hoplites are getting pretty well destroyed here. Spartans are just not going to be able to handle the amount of skirmishing that I'm punishing them with in this battle, not to mention the infantry numbers are pretty overwhelming as well. I'm just going to start throwing all in.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
There we go. Last of the Spartans just cracked. So, still a pretty successful venture for my men there. Really liking those Thracian Peltasts. Those guys are punishing with their javelins, and then the AP damage on them when they get into combat is also spectacular. So all the Spartan forces there utterly destroyed at Argos. And I can probably take these guys, I don't know if I can or... Yep, we can force march all the way back to Corinthos. We'll try and minimize the public order penalties by garrisoning both settlements. Let's see. I don't know that I need to spy up there as much as maybe out here. Yep, there's some Spartan armies out here. Let's see if we can begin kind of sabotaging them a little. Start to soften them up for later encounters. And that spy is now going to be very worthwhile to me. This one's going to be in good shape too. Let's go ahead and scout ahead and get a look at Sparta, which a lot of people are upset that it has walls. Understandable. So, yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about everything that's going on up there. Hopefully this spy will help me spot the one that's poisoning this army, and then I'd like to bring them down to assist against the Spartans, but the Spartans only have 4 more territories, and they ought to all be pretty well handled by my forces with relative ease. Let's go ahead and attack Kythera, and again, these guys should be more than capable of attacking it. I don't really see the point in all this extra military research at the moment. Enables fountains, stadia. I mean, some of these things might be useful. Let's go ahead and do that. I don't need it for the growth, but perhaps the fountains and stuff do something different in this campaign. I haven't looked yet. I will take a look and see. So Melos is also in this province, and there's not much I wish to do or should do about them at the moment. Don't need this military building here. Let's tear that down. And don't really need this extra port as well, because that's just going to be causing unrest. So we'll tear down those 2 buildings, which are just giving me unnecessary unrest, and we'll repurpose them to something more useful. And I do have some extra money, which is fine on this campaign, I feel like, especially since you can sometimes lose a lot of money in the wintertime. So we're going to let that be. We can upgrade these buildings that'll give us better research. That seems like it'll be worth it. Definitely fine with all that. Okay. I think we're pretty much ready to end a turn. Probably, yep, looks like we're ready. So Kythera should fall back under our control. I had captured it once. I don't know if that was one of the episodes that I lost, or if it was one that I actually ended up getting to show you. I can't recall. Corinth has just about been defeated. The Boeotian League is also in tatters. Sparta is going to be on the run after those crushing defeats that they suffered at my hands there. Several of their armies being defeated. Don't see that being good for them. Of course, again, this campaign's relatively new to me. For all I know, all of a sudden there could be like 40 stacks of Persians or something bearing down on me. I have no idea what to expect. Macedon's doing a great job of pushing. So actually, in the last couple of campaigns that I've played just for fun, just on my laptop when I'm traveling, and on here, I've noticed that my allies are doing a better job of coordinating, though it's not perfect yet. And I still can't see this enemy spy that's just completely laying waste to my army here. So I've got several agents in the vicinity, and I don't know that we're going to be able to do anything about it still. Those spies are apparently extremely tough to spot. I can see how that would get extraordinarily annoying if it ground your campaign to a halt. Oh, forgot about Pylos down here too, but we have eyes on Pylos, and I don't see any more major Spartan armies down here, so honestly, we've got a vice grip on Sparta, and I don't know that there's much they can do about it. At least I don't see a whole lot they can do about it. What else in this province? Mantinia, whatever it's called. They do have a decent army here, actually.
You can call me Nix. They will never know.
Okay, well, we failed to sabotage those Spartans, though I do believe they're out of reinforcement range. And I would be... They do have a lot of Spartan hoplites. That is a potent force of Spartans. Of course, I have a lot of skirmishers here, too. I can pick at them pretty badly. Let's see, Mantinia, city in the firing line, central part of the Peloponnese, lies halfway between the war's principal belligerents, so it makes it strategically important and therefore vulnerable. Interesting little tidbits of history they threw in there. That'd be cool if they put that into all the campaigns, to be honest. I think this army here is probably more capable, and I think this is what we'll do. Let's take this army and push against Mantinia, if I'm saying that right. And we can easily just auto-resolve our way into victory against the small force here. The other Spartans nearby, though, may come wish to fight me. In fact, I would expect them to, if they are indeed Spartans. And I'm going to move this force over to Argos from Corinth, because Corinth will be able to more easily defend itself at this point. It's nearly retrained its whole garrison, so Sparta in very big trouble at this point, very big trouble indeed. And my fleet should be within striking distance, or nearly so, for Kythera. Next turn we should be able to easily capture Kythera, so that would leave Sparta with only Sparta itself, Messenia, and Pylos. So it's going to leave Sparta badly depleted. Very badly depleted. Which is good. My principal enemy, it would be nice to vanquish them and simply get that out of the way. Plus 10 for hoplite. Melee attack, I definitely agree with that. Extra ammunition I would be fine with as well. And let's see here, as far as this hero goes, let's open up some zeal. This is one of the guys that we converted. Okay, so definitely like the position we're in at the moment, and I may honestly just take this army from Thebai, the one that's not getting poisoned, and let's just force march it down to Corinthos, since we no longer need quite so much defense near Thebes. And And I wonder if we can force march this one to be within Dubai. We can. So perfect. Alright, so we've kind of made the old switch, and we've got 3 stacks able to face off against what's left of Sparta. And I feel pretty confident in our ability to handle that fight. Again, I'm not even going to look at the... Well, I will look at the buildings just in case I made a very flagrant mistake here with something, but I don't think that we have. Okay. Yeah, I guess there were some buildings that were handy to upgrade, so probably worthwhile. We can go all the way to level 4 here, huh? So plus 300. Takes a little more food, but we should be good for food right now. At least I think we are. So, go ahead and do that. Get some added wealth. Alright, let's end this turn. I think we are almost out of time for this episode. Sparta ran from us. That's not very in character. And they've got other troops that are now going to just stay out there in the woods and raid. So we're going to have to hunt them down and execute them, which is fine. I have enough troops to do so. Was that a huge... I had a big force up there I think I've forgotten about. It looked like mine at least. Wow, the poisoner still runs rampant. Olympic Games, we could sponsor an athlete. It's a considerable sum of money. What the heck, let's try it real quick, see what happens. Seemed like I saw a big one of my fleets in somewhere. Let's take a look. Maybe I was just seeing things. Must have been. I thought I saw like a big army of mine sitting in port that I'd forgotten about, but I guess not. Alright, so let's go ahead and capture Kythera real quick. We might actually need to invade it, just to properly do this. I'll take care of that next time. Let's just go ahead and maintain the blockade for now. Anyway, HeirofCarthage, signing off.